Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Um, wow, creeping closer and closer to midnight, ain't we? Oh, well, good morning or good rest of today. Uh, for, oh, yeah, let me get my slides up. Wait 1 second here. Yes, this is getting very awkward, I think. Okay, let me see who's here. Okay, I wonder who was here first. Judy, thank you. Kathy is here. Dolores, Lady T, Yulibi, Sherry, and a host of friends and others. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the last person to enter the chat. And let's see where we are. Okay. All right, Twila Carson, thank you so much for being here. And happy rest of Thursday, September 7th to you. Okay, well, I better get on with it, seeing that it's so late. Elaine Parker and Connie Ballmer will be up soon. Hi, Anna PLP. Okay. Um, let's see. Oh, well, it looks like Prince Harry has forced William to return. Workshire will try. What am I? Did I do that? Workshire will trying to look busy. Okay, that looks weird, but okay. Yellow Rose Tea, thank you so much for the super sticker or super chat, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex So Baron drinking coffee and taking no-dos. Oh, you're gonna try to stay up with us, huh? I took a nap this afternoon. For some reason, I was like really tired. And I said, well, I'm not going to fight it. And so I went and crawled up in the bed like they were filming a Sealy Posturepedic commercial. Um, you remember the Sealy Posturepedic morning, right? Feel so good it shows. Everybody knows it's a Sealy Posturepedic morning. Yeah. Well, that was me, except it wasn't morning, it was afternoon of all time. But anyway, that's enough of all that Who Shot John. The thing is, I'm here, and at least a couple of you guys are here with me. So that works out. We won't worry about the other stuff. Okay. Thank you, Yellow Rose Tea, and thank you again for watching Royal Sussex. Hey, Susie Q. All right. So take a look here. By the way, you guys, I did post a video a couple of hours ago, right? Longer than that. But it is a behind the scenes WellChild video. And of course, I'd used quite a bit of time of editing the video, but I think it came out really nice. The music is kind of catchy, and it captures the best elements of Harry taking care of business. So make sure you check it out. That is the thumbnail right there. You could also find it in the community tab. But Prince Harry's WellChild speech, plus behind the scenes photos and videos, and as always, the very best version. Okay. Oh, and by the way, you guys who stayed for the watch party last night, thank you again. That was fun, even though I started off with the wrong video. I didn't see little Henry there. This kid is just adorable, absolutely adorable. That's Henry, and that's the one that Harry was asking him, does anybody call you Harry? And he's like, how Archie and Lily doing? Anyway, I love this kid. He is just adorable. He's so cute. Okay. Um, and again, I guess that's his sibling. I don't know, but I tell you, that face is like an apple, just adorable. You just want to pinch those little cheeks, right? Okay. And then there's Harry at the WellChild. Now, the guy to his left, I think he's the director, is he? His name is something James, William James, Bill James, James James, something like that. But anyway, I think he's the director. But this is the, I guess the higher ups at the WellChild, and these are the people who are always so glad that Harry is there. They did not want him to be replaced by some other royal, and for obvious reasons. Number one, Harry is just incredible with the children. He's 100% sincere with his devotion toward the organization. And need I say it, when it comes to fundraising, well, we know how the other royals are, and then there's Prince Harry. So if you are running a agency like this, a not-for-profit, you would want Harry on your side, not the rest of that family of his, because with family like that, most of the charities will go belly up in no time. So better to have Harry than anyone else in the family. Seriously. The only person who could possibly raise funding as efficiently as Harry is able to do it one bag of money at a time. And that, of course, is Charles III, or the Prince of Wales. When he was the Prince of Wales, he literally had people giving him bags full of money, not necessarily for charities, but for other purposes. Just think how much money Harry can raise without even handing out cash for honors and citizenships. You think about that? He's not even giving you honors or citizenships, but just the weight of his personality and his philanthropic nature. So that was a big word. I'm going to give myself a bell for that. Philanthropic. Yes, philanthropic. There you go. Okay, so let us continue. So Harry looked so dapper today. That suit fit him like they just literally had sewn it on his body just before he left the undisclosed location where he was staying. He looks great. He was energetic. If Harry was feeling exhausted or tired or anything of that sort, you would never know it by the way he moved, the way he engaged. I don't know where he gets his energy from. I don't know where he gets it from, but I was so worried about him when they first was starting their lives out in LA, because every time you turn around, Harry's got another job, another charity, another foundation, another this or that. There was always something for him to do. And I was so worried about him because I'm just like, I'm glad that he's keeping himself busy. As they say, a man is as a man does, or idle hands are the devil's workshop. Or what was that song? The idle mind is the playground of the devil. Do you want to get funky with me? Do you want to get funky? I always think about that song when I say that. But yeah, so he seems to just keep on keeping on, and I'm so glad for that. B. Martin says, Baron, you got me earlier. Laugh out loud. Nice. Yes, I'm telling you, it's incredible. Early for some and painfully late for others. But again, I appreciate everyone being here right now. Oh, man. I'm looking for... Oh, there it is. I hope that's it. Okay. All right. So let me see here. He gets his energy from his baby's mama. Okay. I didn't want to be the one to say that, but okay. Yeah, and having those young children, it makes you work harder, right? Okay, let me take that away and continue. So, actually, same thing. But there you go. Yeah, Harry looks beefier. I think all of that working out and everything is paying off. And then there's those two. So I don't know what brand suit that is or anything like that, but they didn't announce. But I have to say, it looks really, really good. Since marrying the Duchess of Sussex, he dresses better. He actually has a better presence when he's doing public speaking and public addresses. And he's brimming with confidence like never before. He always seemed to have a certain swag about himself, but now his confidence is just so much charisma, so much charisma. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Is he has so much charisma, and he just cannot seem to put a foot wrong. So go, Harry. And of course, there was that strut into the room. Did you guys see that? He walked into the party like he was walking onto a yacht. He had one hand placed to trees. What has that go strategically? His scopic was apricot. Yes, he had one eye on the mirror as, gosh, I forget the words. And all the girls think that they be his girlfriend, they be his girlfriend, and you're so vain. You probably think, anyway, I am ruining that song. But, and those shoes. Look at the shine on those well-made, well-proportioned shoes. I'm telling you, this guy is causing it. Let's see here. Kathy Bryan says, I've been here. My phone froze. Hi. Hello, Catherine Bryant. Listen, I don't know if you have an iPhone, but I do believe that there is an update. So you may have to update your phone tonight. I'm going to check mine. I heard someone mention that earlier. So if you have an iPhone, check and see if you are due an update, because you may be due for a software update. Let me see. I don't see anything so far, but I did hear someone mention that. Okay. Software update. Nope, I don't see it, but I did hear someone say that earlier, that there was a software update. Oh, there it is. Software update. Update provides. Okay, so it looks like I'm up to date. Or am I not? It says download and install. Well, I'm going to do that right now and see what happens. Okay, well, anyway, check it out. I thought that there may have been a software update, but maybe I'm wrong, or maybe it didn't need to turn off to do it. Oh, no, it's updating right now. Yes, iOS 6.1. And plus, it's September. That's when the new iPhone comes out. So for sure, they're going to have some type of software update. So check it out and see if that may be the problem. Yes, Lottie, I can make a song out of anything. I specialize in those improvised songs. Okay, let's keep going. So there he is with this young man who I believe records music. You'd have to forgive me, I don't remember anybody's name, but I believe he records music. And they spoke about these kids. These kids are so dynamic in their courage, their bravery, and dare I say that some of these kids do more before breakfast than a lot of people do all day. Some of them are artists, some of them teach other kids. I forget which one teaches math. I think this may be the kid that helps with math lessons. Anyway, he does a lot of stuff, so that's incredible. But the courage of these kids, the courage, that is one of the things that I love to hear about them is how courageous they are because they have to face a world that can be very, very cruel. And they actually have some very, very mature outlooks on life, which I guess comes from having experienced certain adversities that maybe most children have not. Probably most children have not. So, very inspiring. And then, of course, check out those ladies. Hello, Your Highness. I mean, look at them. Look at them. They have a longing in their eyes that I find absolutely disturbing. I am just, I mean, what do they want? He is there for a charity. He's not the entertainment. He's not going to pull out a box. He doesn't have Velcro lining his suit. He is there for the children. He's not he's not there for tips. So I don't know what to tell you, ladies. Um, this is not a hen party. This is a charity function. I mean, they looking at them like I knew I should have got some singles. Anybody got some £5 notes? No, this is a very serious, very hardworking prince of the realm. I know they look a little thirsty, I think. Like, hi, Harry. Oh, man. What's that song? My pony. Da, 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 da. Waiting, my pony. Yeah, it's not one of those parties. This is a charity function. So put your pound notes away. We are here to acknowledge achievement. So there you go. uh, yeah, yeah. Harry is just dynamic. He is a very dynamic man. He probably made a joke, I'm sure. Let's see. Lady T says, Baron, leave the ladies alone. I believe they are some of the nurses. They are meeting Harry after all. I would be, what is that, Muchizi? Okay, okay. Yes, we got stuff to talk about, so let me move on. But that's right. Dream on, ladies. He's already spoken for. Well, what about the one with her head kind of laid to the side? I mean, come on. Everybody knows when you lay your head to the side like that. So, anyway, tall, lean, handsome Harry. Okay, let's get on to something more serious. 5 members of the Met police officers plead guilty to sending racist WhatsApp messages about Meghan Markle. And some of the WhatsApp messages were about Meghan Markle. The ex-Met police officer entered their, I'm sorry, officers entered their pleas of, blah, entered their guilty pleas at Westminster Magistrate Court on Thursday. Let's see, Peter Booth and, oh, anyway, those are their names there. Okay, I don't care about the particulars like that. But what I like about this is the fact that even MSNBC, well, NBC News picked up the story. A lot of the major news outlets here in the U.S. are picking up the story. 5 retired police officers admit sending offensive and racist social media messages about Meghan Markle, Prince Harry's wife, and others. Ex-British police officers admit sending racist messages about Prince Harry's wife. Well, good. So at least more people are aware of what the Duchess of Sussex has been through. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because, let's face it, they try to gaslight people into believing that the only beef that they have is that she's an American. She tried to change the royal family. She didn't understand how it was done here. All of those little things that they throw in there to try to sow seeds of confusion or to create doubt when right from the start, everything that was said and done seemed to be a mixture of racism and misogyny, leaning heavily on the racism. So leave it to Willie. Willie is not to be outdone, you guys. William has been up night and day, or at least somebody who works for him, but they want us to believe it was him. William has been working very hard to try to figure out how he's going to push back at Harry's ability to make the cameras, that is, pivot in his direction. So what did he come up with, you ask? Chris Rock needs another gatekeeper. Did you see when he was walking through the concert or at the birthday party, somebody said, Chris Rock, you need to apologize to Meghan Markle. And he just pretended like he didn't hear him. But the person who was with him definitely heard it. So I don't know if that was his mother or what. But okay, install the software update now, it says. Okay, I'm going to do it while I'm working. So I'm doing my software update as I speak. But thank you so much, Legs, and thank you for being here tonight. Okay, and so Will and Kate and Will, they have been on a very, very long vacation. I hear up to like 13 weeks. Now, they were supposed to go to Balmoral and the island of Mystique, which is where Princess Margaret once owned a property, I believe. That is where she found her boy toy. If those islands could speak, it wouldn't be much of a mystique to it because all would be laid bare. I mean, really bare. But that is one of the places where the royals like to go. A matter of fact, there's a lot of older people in the UK that love to go to the islands because they want to relive the old days of colonies, and Commonwealth is not the word that describes their mentality. They are looking for the very colonial experience of the past, where even the poorest of travelers could live like some landed gentry. And that is one of the reasons why there is this legacy of running to the Caribbean. And that has not been lost on the younger generation, as you see. Harry has never been one to run to the Caribbean unless he's working, but it seems as though a lot of the senior royals are drawn there as if it's the old days. And that, of course, includes William, who tends to do everything like it's the old colonial days. He really is the ultimate company man. Okay, and looking at a couple of your comments here. Oh, Church Nelly's here. Hey, Church Nelly. I have nothing sarcastic to say tonight. Which is so unlike me, but I have nothing sarcastic to say. Can you believe it? You caught me on a good night. So why am I laughing as if I'm thinking of something sarcastic to say? No, but seriously, I don't have anything to add. Hey, Church Nelly. Anyway, so check it out. Prince William has surreal run-in with Gaza, and pair share a kiss at the Pret. Is it the Pret a Manger, whatever that sandwich shop is? Now, I don't know who this guy is. I thought that he was that one homeless guy that he ran into in Scotland that time. But anyway, William went to a Pret manager. So today is the day that he decided that he was going to end homelessness. And, for the low, low price, how much did he say he was going to spend? 300,000 pounds? Or was it 3 million pounds? Something like that. Anyway, don't forget, a couple months ago, William said that he was going to end homelessness, all by himself, by the way. And so this is the guy that I thought it was. I don't know what it is about old pensioners that makes them throw themselves at William like that. But this is the first time I've ever seen him get like a little peck on the cheek like that. But then again, I do believe that this entire event is staged. I really do. I believe this event is staged. This is just like that sandwich event. And once again, it involves a sandwich. And if you ask me, it is some subtle message that he's sending out there to let all of the locals know that he loves a great pulled pork sandwich. What's it about William and sandwiches? I mean, isn't that what that Pret a Manger place? Isn't that a sandwich shop? He's always looking for sandwiches. Now, sandwich is a metaphor that I won't get into at this hour, even though it's late. I just can't. That's even tacky for me. But what is it about William and sandwiches? Why is he so preoccupied with sandwiches? Whether it's a vegan burger sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich, and now he's over at this sandwich shop. Once again, the theme of the sandwich. I don't know. You tell me. I can't say it. I just can't. Wow, he shows that guy more affection than Bones, doesn't he? Though, doesn't he? And if you notice, the guy doesn't have his mouth all twisted up like Kate did. It seems like a genuine exchange of affection. So very odd for a gentleman in for a prince at that in the royal family to go about, I guess, kissing strangers like this, even though it was on the cheek. But very odd. You've only ever seen this with his father, but a stranger. This shows desperation. This shows someone who realized that Harry was coming to town. I mean, literally, you guys, I'm not making it up. You know what today is. Today was the return to the WellChild for Harry. And just by coincidence, right? William decides today is the day that I'm going to end my lengthy vacation. Not the next day or the next day, but today. And I'm not going to end my vacation by honoring my grandmother. No, which seems logical, right? Having some type of a vigil for his grandmother. No, he decides that he will use this day steeped in competition against his brother. Thank you so much, Legs. So yeah, that's what he's doing with his time. Uh, it's very obvious. It smacks of hypocrisy. But let me. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. Let's take that away. And this, I actually watched this video, you guys. I don't want you to go and look for it, but let me describe it for you. Do you guys remember that video that they used to launch the YouTube channel for Will and Kate with the sleek music and lots of clever camera angles? I want you to notice exactly what you see here. That may or may not be a security person ahead of him. But if you notice, there is a wide space, meaning that there's nobody there, between William and any of his aides or courtiers or whatever. There's nobody around him. It gives the impression that William is commuting by train to go to this sandwich shop just like everybody else, or should I say, just like he has never done since he shook down his grandma and got an 8 million pound helicopter. Who do they think they're fooling? This was a very cleverly orchestrated video. There's these various camera angles of William from the back, William over his shoulder, William walking toward us, a view from inside of the train, even though William's not on the train yet. This is the train pulling up to the station. It is all so orchestrated. This is his answer. And this is his answer to Harry's return, was to orchestrate this event and pre-record. I'm convinced this video was pre-recorded and edited. Pre-record this video and then go to the actual location and make sandwiches. This is desperation. This is the same person who left his father waiting on his one and only coronation day. His father was left waiting for his own coronation because his son and his overly theatrically made up wife were making a slick video to share at the concert. That is exactly what happened. Leaving Charles in the carriage having a fit. And once again, William has gotten out the camera crew, the same ones that was on the food truck, to make this video. So I don't think it's unfair when we say, oh, William just wants to be seen. William just wants attention. It's not what William is actually doing, it's what he makes believe he's doing. And that's exactly what's happened here. It was just as I said yesterday, Harry does work. Harry actually does work. Where have you seen any of those types of slick videos with Harry involved in the work that he's doing? I cannot think of one. I cannot think of one where a trip to a sandwich shop involves this very well orchestrated video for something that will yield absolutely nothing. Nothing is going to come out of this except for he showed up. Just like when they go to the food bank, he just showed up. So let me show you this. This is what I went through yesterday, speaking about Harry bringing all these people together, gathering these signatures. I wonder how many signatures William got for his trip to the sandwich shop. How many signatures do you think he's received for his trip to the sandwich shop? And what about the, what was it, senators and all of these like billionaires who have a conscience about what's happening in Africa's ecology, and Harry's at the center of it. I haven't seen any slick videos from that, but Williams Earth Flop was another one of those well orchestrated cinematic events that yield very little. He didn't even bring the participants there, the winners there. The recipients were not even there. Only the people in tuxedos. Only the people in a rented dress. Why she rented something like that, I have no idea. Oh, I forgot it was the green theme. But yeah, that's the only people that were there. And this is yet another example of a big orchestrated event where William is just trying to be seen looking busy. He's been doing this for 40, what, 142 years? Seriously? And this is as far as you gotten? You haven't created peace in the Middle East. You haven't ended homelessness. You haven't done anything in Africa except for insult African people. That you've done very well. Um, let's see. And as for the lesson about European history, remember, we're not used to wars like that in Europe. That's something you expect to see in Africa. This is a man who couldn't even bring toys to the Ukrainian center after the war started. He goes there to be seen like he's really into doing something for the people of Ukraine. Well, that was it. They showed up, they left. They brought some stale brownies, granola bars, and God knows what else from the Kensington Palace kitchen, and they were gone. Well, we really can't do much but accept a little smile and wave. That's what he said. Now, reach out and touch somebody black and make sure all the cameras see that. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure every camera sees that. So on the left, there was a black at the sandwich shop, and William allowed this person to do something that the royals are not supposed to do. They took a selfie. Matter of fact, he took a bunch of selfies. He took selfies all over the place, smiling, grinning, rubbing backs, everything you could think of. Martin Luther Cambridge was there, and he made sure that not a single black person lacked any attention from him so long as the cameras were rolling. If you guys remember, he went to the unveiling of that memorial or statue or whatever at the train station to remind the Windrush people that this is something that we have put here to honor you as we conspire to get you out of the country. And of course, if you remember during the luncheon for the Queen's memorial, you can see Kate reached over and squeezed the arm of the president of South Africa. And of course, there's Sophie holding a black child and trying to make sure that she's facing the, she don't know where she didn't know the camera was behind her. And of course, well, the Queen, she didn't have to try so hard because she was the Queen. But yeah, and then after he insulted the people of Africa, at that bottom photo there, you can see where he went right to a bunch of Africans dressed in native costume to take a photo. When does this get old? When does this get old? When will people stop allowing themselves to be used by this heretic? Lorna Williams says it looks like William booked that whole train for himself. What a wanker. Amen to that one. He did. he booked the whole train for himself because you would not want to ruin those camera angles with pedestrians around. The train probably never left the station. William probably got on the train, filmed that little sleek video, and then went and jumped into a Range Rover to go and greet the helicopter so he can hurry up and get there and get back out of there. It's all so phony, and they get away with it all the time. They get away with it. There's no scrutiny. There's no second guessing. The days of doing that is long gone. They are still holding on to William and Kate as the hope for the future of the tabloid media. They have been given cover by whatever means, whatever deal that they made with them to go after the Sussexes and leave them alone. But there's no oversight. There's no scrutiny. These are the same people that, remember that time the Queen took the train and William and Kate took the helicopter? And remember the article says, they fly, you pay? It was like some 60,000 pounds or whatever it was, when they could have driven for, just a little more time. They could have driven to the location. And this is while the Queen was alive. And of course, they are in it to win it. They are in it to win it. So don't be surprised if in the coming week you don't see Kate with a bonnet and William with a do-rag out there high-fiving and, secret soul handshakes and all that kind of stuff. Do not be surprised. The writing is on the wall. They are in it to win it. Yep. He going to be calling her home girl, and she going to be calling him daddy, and who knows what else. So just be prepared for it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sure Kate owns a tracksuit since she's so athletic. Wait until you see Kate go to one of those shelters in a tracksuit, a little hooded tracksuit, one of them J-Lo tracksuits. No, not a J-Lo. You have to have a behind for that. But she'll find a tracksuit that does not require you to have a backside, and that's what she's going to wear to one of those shelters. And right there it says, in June, we launched Homewards UK, a 5-year program to show it's possible to end homelessness. Today, we're in, what is that, Vermont? Vermont. One of the 6 Homewards locations to see how they, to see how they're getting on and exploring the role local businesses can play in supporting our mission. So the local businesses are going to end homelessness with your sandwich shop income. Okay. That's the only thing I could think is going on, is that one of the several jobs that it takes to keep a roof over your head. I guess the whole point of it is, if you take a job with us and then go get a couple of other jobs on the high street, you too can end homelessness. Just make sure you never take a day off. And make sure you show up early and on time for work, and you'll never be homeless again. But you have to have one of 3 or 4 jobs necessary to end your homelessness. I don't get the point of it. I'm sure William doesn't either. It's a great opportunity. I bet you they gave away free food. Did you guys see the people that were there? They gave away something. Trust me when I say this. They gave away something, but it was very, very well orchestrated. I mean, the middle of a work day, and all of these people are available to hang out at that sandwich shop, as if. Lex says, so basically they stage Baldy to be in a sandwich shop with people to pretend he is popular so he can talk about homelessness. Exactly. Instead of doing, he shows up to be seen. Nothing about doing, just showing up. To do the very least, just show up. I'm telling you, they don't like for people to call them out, but that's exactly what I see. So take a look here. Um, Everyone has a role to play, right? Isn't that what they say? So the Mirror puts this glowing article about William. Look at how crowded the sandwich shop is. Now, do you think that sandwich shop is like that every day? Or is that crowd orchestrated? And then take a look at Harry. Inside Harry's rocky UK return, homeless, furious family, and no Meghan. So let me get this straight. Harry, who at the very least probably got somewhere between, I'm going to say, anyway, he's got a lot of money. Harry has plenty of money. So Harry is loaded and homeless in London. Harry's statement in full as he confirms he's returning to UK amid royal rift. So all Harry's thinking about upon his return to the UK is my family won't talk to me. I guess that's what that article is supposed to mean. And then there is another one right here. Prince Harry forced to ask permission to stay in royal home in UK after eviction. So that may actually be an older story, maybe. But they'll put them all together. The other thing I want to share with you is take a look at his face. Look at the number 2 and the number 3. Out of all the attractive, and I do mean attractive, Harry got it going on. Of all the attractive images of Harry, they find the most unguarded, the most sarcastic, the most peeved looking face that they can find, because they have to do that because that's the only way that you're going to make William look like he's remotely normal, is to try to find the worst photos of Harry. Now, that is quite a feat when you consider that even though not everybody who was there at WellChild to photograph the event, not everybody is into Harry, I'm sure, but come on, that was the best y'all could do. That was the best y'all could do is those photos there. I mean, come on. But they try it. Anyway, let me get back here. Yeah, it only caught my notice because I noticed they were stacked 1, 2, 3. All right, and then let's go here. Life without Harry. I'm sorry, life with Harry and life without Harry. I remember we just said, what was it yesterday? I said, did you notice the difference between the pictures of William here and the pictures of William there? So yesterday, I showed you some photos of William in his carefree days, back in the days when they used to grill him for being lazy. And what a stark difference it is to the William that we've been seeing for a few years now. Now, I don't know what they slipped into his cocoa to get him so engaged with those people today, but that is all part of the orchestration that they put together. Let me see, where is that one from yesterday? I would like to show that one again if I can. Is it this one? Yes, there it is. Yeah, so this is William when they were calling him lazy back in 2017. You couldn't find a photo of him where he wasn't smiling or looking super involved in something that he thought was exciting. And then if you take a look there on the left, same thing. Again, that was before Meghan came along. Now take a look on the right. Now he's all about duty. Now he and Kate, remember that article said they're considered the hardest working royals. Really? When in 2017, by March, he had only had 13 engagements, which was like 8 less than the Queen. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't 8. It was more like 20 less than what the Queen had at that point. The Queen had enough to average one every day. I believe, no, I'm sorry, one every 3 days. And William had 13 by that March. So there you go. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So I'll just say this. I hope that William had some pie to go with his sandwich that he made today. As always, there's always somebody out there looking to share one of, what's her name, Minnie's? There's a Minnie's pie out there with William and Kate's name. There's a Minnie's pie out there with William and Kate's name on it. All right, so check it out. Nielsen streaming top 10 Suits becomes the first show ever to cross the 3 billion minutes watched for 7 weeks in a row. For 7 weeks in a row, they have been the most watched, and now they have become the 3 billion, that is, watched minutes of Suits. 3 billion minutes. I don't know what that is in terms of hours or days, but let's just say it's a lot. Refreshing. But yeah, let's just say it's a lot. So congratulations to Suits. Nielsen's top 10 Suits become the first show ever to cross the 3 billion minute watched for 7 weeks in a row. Suits has become the first show ever to cross the 3 billion minutes watched for 7 weeks in a row, according to Nielsen. Despite this, none of the writers and actors are being paid the residuals they deserve for these streams. And it is a bittersweet moment for the people that helped put Suits together. I don't know that involves what it says here. None of the writers and the actors are being paid the residuals. That's interesting that they threw actors in there now that I think about it. I have to think about that one. Okay, so I have a soundbite for you. Malcolm Nance. Just got this, actually. Malcolm Nance was not having it. Someone asked him about Prince Harry, and Malcolm Nance gave them an earful. Now, I don't think that the person who asked him about the Prince Harry or the Invictus Games was the culprit. They were just the messenger. So let me get that for you. So like 44 seconds long.
What he did for the Invictus Games, giving it a royal, essentially the royal meeting of him supporting wounded veterans.
Yeah.
But you know where most of the real wounds come from? People who are never wounded, who serve in war, who were injured in war psychologically. And this woman insulted his 2 tours of duty when he was there at Windsor. No one knew except his commanding officers. Like his duty meant nothing because he didn't lose a limb.
Yeah.
He supported above and beyond his own call of duty. Yeah. I love that guy.
All right. We love you, Malcolm Nance. We'll see you next week. I will call you.
Harry calling.
Yeah. 50, Megan, call me. 50.
What he did for the Invictus Games, giving it a royal, essentially the royal meeting of him supporting wounded veterans.
Yeah.
But you know where most of the real wounds come from? People who are never wounded, who serve in war, who were injured in war psychologically. And this woman insulted his 2 tours of duty when he was there at Windsor. No one knew except his commanding officers. Like his duty meant nothing because he didn't lose a limb.
Yeah.
He supported above and beyond his own call of duty. I love that guy.
All right. We love you, Malcolm Nance. We'll see you.
So if I'm correct, I believe that it was a response to an article by Amanda Platel, I think it was, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, but he was replying to some article that was totally offensive to Harry, and what you probably could not make out at the end of it was he used his fingers in that international symbol of call me to say to Harry to give him a call. So that is how it ended. But yeah, so he went on a rant for about 40 seconds to defend Harry against the way he's been treated by the tabloid media. So good on you, Malcolm Nance. Thank you so much. Now, Gabriel George was on CBS this morning. I don't have a clip or a soundbite to share with you, but they asked him a bit about his life and his experience and everything. What are you doing for a living now? What was it like to be with Prince Harry and such? So if you want to see it, you can actually go to YouTube or Twitter or whatever social media where CBS This Morning has streams, and you can find it for yourself, or perhaps I'll link it later. But that is the CBS This Morning, and Gabriel was on there. So very good interview. And you can see right here, there's a young photo of Gabriel when he was in the United States Navy, Invictus Games competitor, and new Netflix docuseries and Recovery. So that is a picture of him when he was young. That's the new one. I've never seen that one before. But of course, they had that available on CBS. So if you want to see that, maybe in a larger image on your television or something, again, it was on the CBS This Morning. Jessica Foreman says that was Stephanie Miller's show. Yes, that's exactly Stephanie Miller's show. He comes on our show on Wednesdays and at 10:30 a.m., wherever you're located. He is a big fan of Harry. Stephanie Miller is a fan of Meghan. Yes, and she did say for Meghan to call her. So very, very cool. Thank you so much for that information, Jessica Foreman. And again, that was on CBS This Morning. You got to see the socks that he's wearing. I won't give it away, but you have to see the socks that he was wearing for this interview. Okay. Oh, yeah. And I love this photo. I just kind of came across this one tonight, but it's a great photo. Very powerful photo. So this is like my new favorite photo of him. Very, very cool. 2 days to go for Invictus, or let me see. Well, for me is a little over a day. And for those of you in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's just 1 day to go for Invictus. How cool is that? Better Up has made a massive difference. That's right, Better Up, and plus the Invictus Games. At first, I didn't think it would have the kind of impact that it has had on me professionally, but it did. The coach and I was working with really went, okay, what can you look at doing that going to really make you the best version of you? And it put me on a path now. And I'm so grateful every day I get to live this kind of life is fantastic. So that is a reaction from Liam Wakefield. We are Invictus Community Member UK. So they have renewed their commitment to the Invictus Games. And, well, play the violins. If it isn't the consequences of my own big mouth, Eamonn Holmes shares health update as he undergoes spine stretching procedure, which is interesting because I didn't think he had a spine. But spineless Eamonn Holmes undergoes a spine stretching procedure after admitting he can't walk, a year on from back surgery and subsequent fall. Well, that's what you get for putting people's name in your mouth that ain't done nothing to you, or threatening to throw people off of a balcony in a figurative way. People that ain't done nothing to you, trying to look all big and bold on television. And what happened? Now you can't even walk. So, too bad, Eamonn Holmes. I hope you get exactly what you got coming. And there's an old clip of Eamonn is pushed in a wheelchair by devoted son Declan as he arrives at Wembley to cheer on his beloved Manchester United as as presenter, not plural, battles chronic back pain. Eamonn Holmes was spotted using a wheelchair as he arrived at Wembley to cheer on his beloved Manchester United as he took Newcastle, took on Newcastle. But take a look at his son. Does his son look like a mortician? His son looks like an overstuffed mortician. I mean, literally, it looks like he's pushing a coffin more than it looks like he's pushing his dad. That looks like a mortician. He has that same creepy mortician vibe. Oh, man. Well, all I can say is if Eamonn Holmes keep tempting karma, he may get a different kind of push one of these days. We'll see. But for now, it just looks like a mortician is pushing him around. Okay, there he is over there with his good buddy, Hoghead. And didn't they say he was suffering from shingles or something like that? And he couldn't see out of one eye, at least, even though it seems like I could see the markings of a class ring or something. Yeah, that thing over his eye looks like the imprint of a class ring. So if you ask me, it looks like a punch, but they said it was some type of neurological disease or whatever. But I tell you, your big mouth is getting you in so much trouble. All kind of karma is falling upon you and your narrow, rather narrow shoulders. And still, I have to say, I have never seen Eamonn and Sharon Osbourne in the same room at the same time. I am more than certain that those are the same people. I am more than certain. All it takes is a little sleight of hand, and you could easily dress up Eamonn Holmes to look just like Sharon Osbourne, and vice versa. But I don't know. It looks like Eamonn's wearing a lot of makeup there. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah. But if that is actually a woman, that would explain why his shoulders are so narrow. That would explain a whole lot, actually. I had to think about that. Well, whatever the case is, Eamonn, keep the Sussex's name out of your mouth and maybe you will enjoy good health. And I don't know why all of these overstuffed, overindulged television personalities love to act as though they're punching the air. You know, there's a photo of Hoghead Pierce Morgan where he's standing there like he's about to belt someone. When the truth is, if you just took away their Starbucks, if you took away their Starbucks card, they would collapse to the floor. If they woke up tomorrow and found out one of their credit cards didn't work, they would probably fall into a heap of humanity on the floor. I mean, those are two of the softest people you've ever seen. Pierce Morgan, Eamonn Holmes, they are about as menacing as a glass of milk. And yet they always want to play the tough guys who's defending the royal family, who's standing up for the working class of Britain, as if. And let me see. Oh, yes, we're almost at the end right now. So Harry and Meghan and the children, from wherever they are, not necessarily together, are going to observe quietly the Queen's passing. They're going to celebrate privately the life of the Queen as a family. So, whatever that means to them, wherever they are, we are reasonably certain that Harry is in Dusseldorf as we speak. A matter of fact, Chris Ship with a P, not a T. Chris Ship with a P, not a T, was actually outside, frothing at the mouth, almost complaining about Prince Harry having a car waiting for him outside. And yes, there was a car, apparently, according to Chris Ship, with a P, not a T. There was a car outside waiting to take Harry to the airport. Harry was literally whisked away no sooner than the WellChild ended. Once he finished, he was out of there. So all of that fuss about where is he going to stay and he got evicted and all that, it means absolutely nothing. Harry is in Dusseldorf. And if you guys recall last time, I do believe they provided a private jet for him. I do believe they provided a private jet. So, let me see. I'll show you. I will show you. Okay. All right. Let me find that private jet. By the way, the lady there and I think the guy in the blue suit, those are the ones that are going to host.
Megan, you're beautiful!
That is the jet. Germany provided a jet to take Harry and Meghan to and from the United Kingdom. So if they were trying to figure out how he was getting over there, well, it wasn't courtesy of the royal family. That really, really upset them last time when they found out that Germany provided a private jet, well, a government jet for them. That's kind of like their Air Force One for the president of Germany, or their Air Force Two. That is probably the jet that all of the high-ranking officials use when they go about Deutschland. And that was the aircraft that was provided to the Sussexes for the countdown to Invictus Games 2023. So there you go. And I love that photo of Harry and the Queen there on the left side. This is actually the first time I've ever seen that one. And on the right side, of course, there's that other image that seems to bother people in the family, where the Queen and Meghan were getting on so well with each other. The Queen even shared her blanket in the state Bentley with Meghan, something that had never happened with Kate, of course. And of course, the train ride, that was something that never happened with Kate. Now, there's a monster behind Meghan. I decided to cover it up. So if you're wondering why that photo looks odd, it's because there's something lurking, something evil and not of this earth is lurking behind Meghan. So I decided I needed to cover it. So there you go. The Queen gets on better with Meghan Markle than Kate Middleton, says royal expert. It was those kind of things that seem to upset some people. Of course it did. And of course, there's the Queen watching Harry and Meghan receive their NAACP President's Award. The Queen was always quick to keep up with everything that the Sussexes were doing. I mean, look at the joy on her face. I mean, literally, she's just bursting at the seams, enjoying watching her favorite grandson and her favorite granddaughter-in-law being honored by the NAACP. And if anybody asks you, you make sure you tell them that's exactly what happened and nothing more. No need to speculate about anything to do with that image. It's what I said it was. And anyway, I'm just going to end by acknowledging the Queen's passing. The Queen is in the great beyond. She's crossed the river. She's gone to join her ancestors. And as Harry said, the Queen would have been the first one to tell him that he probably should have went ahead and gone to the WellChild the day she died or whatever. But now the Queen is up on a mountaintop with Moses with her rod and staff and her Hebrew cloth and everything. I mean, you can't tell me that she's not wearing part the Red Sea couture. She looks like she's ready to part the English Channel. So here's to you, Your Majesty. May you haunt the dreams of Charles and Camilla and Will and Kate until they go insane. Oh boy. And you know, I'm just wondering, I mean, you never can tell, but do you think when the Queen got to heaven, the first thing she did was tell her father about 1992 is a year that I sure to look back upon with undiluted pleasure. It was an angry anus. Do you think that she would regale her father with stories about 1992? Oh, man. Oh, well, good, Miss S. Good. I'm so glad that we're on board with that. Yes. I'm glad, and make sure you tell anybody who tells you otherwise that that is exactly what happened. So anyway, you guys, thank you all for joining us here on Royal. Oh, I got this one last thing, you guys. Check this out. Remember we were talking about this the other day, where they were using Black reporters to, introduce these stories to somehow counter the racist narrative. Well, that same person, I think it was the same person that asked the question to the other Black journalist. Hi, Esther. Was it Esther K? It's me again. Did a ghostwriter from the firm write this for you? The palace negotiated a clause that exempts them from laws that prevent race and sex discrimination. How is that promoting tolerance? So this is an article that was written. Let me see. When was that? December 2022. So that was around the time when, after the Queen died, when people were really pushing the whole narrative about colonizer. And it says here, no one has promoted tolerance like the royals, which is why I can't forgive the Sussexes for their vindictive claims of racism in the family, writes Esther, what is her name? Krakui? I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Kraku? But yeah, so did she write this article or did someone write the article for her? Now we have to doubt any of those pro-royal articles. We have to doubt them because there's an excellent chance that they were ghostwritten and they merely slapped the name of one of the black journalists on the article. Let me see here. I really believe Meghan and Harry would not have been able to escape if she had not helped them. Oh, you're talking about the Queen. Once Charles and Willie found out, they removed Harry's security, trying to force him back. But Tyler saved them, yes. The Queen did really love Meghan because she knows Meghan is a strong woman and not lazy. I agree with that. I think that the Queen, and of course we have a lot of squatties that feel differently, but I really do believe that there is a story there to be told about how the Queen was treated those last couple of years. And at the time when Harry needed her the most, she was way too weak to help in any way. At a certain point, she just had to give in to the fact that Charles and Willie were going to inherit the throne and that they were going to do whatever they wanted to do. There was like a lot of things that Charles went in there and just decided to undo them one by one, things that the Queen had put in place. He decided to exercise his prerogative and his authority to remove it. So, but then again, there was a lot of things that Charles was running while the Queen was alive. So it's hard to say. We'll have to wait. And if there's another book that comes out, we'll have to wait for another book. And hopefully they could shed some light on that, because I think the last couple of years of the Queen's life is an entire book by itself from Harry. And let's hope that that book is written and made available. So good night, you guys. Thank you so much for staying up, or good morning to you guys that are starting your day. Remember, Invictus starts on the 9th, which is tomorrow for some of you all. And, well, if you're on the East Coast, it's already tomorrow for you. So there you go. Love you guys. I will see you all next time. Our last word of the day is... let me see here. Oh, yeah. Our last word of the day is bonsoir, Charlotte. Okay, that works for me, Diane Hawkins. S'il vous plaît. Okay. And... okay. All right. So, as always, there's other queens that we think about. And that's, of course, our queen in heaven and our queen of the dance floor. Our dancing queen. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys. Wow. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Let me go before it turns into 2 hours and 20 minutes. Let me cue the Ginger Avenger, and I will see you guys next time. Love ya. Oh, and don't forget to go and check out that video that I posted earlier for the WellChild. Let me get the link for you guys. Let me grab that link for the WellChild. Okay. It's about 10 minutes long, but I promise you, it is gorgeous. It is so cinematic and so gorgeous. You are absolutely going to love it. Okay, there you go. So that's the link right there. And I will see you guys. Time to cue the Ginger Avenger. Yeah, and I'm getting kind of sleepy again. That's a good thing, so I can sleep through the night. Okay. All right, so that link is at the top of the chat. Very good. Very good. All right. Oh, thank you, Adrian Burrow. Huh. Where is the ginger? Not gonna fight this one.